welcome to Windsor Park for round 22 NPL Tasmania action. We've got the Northern Derby for you today. The Launceston Derby 1-1 in their two meetings so far this year. Both games have been 2-1 scorelines. The first one by Riverside, that was over at Buckley Land Rover Park. And the script was flipped when they met at Windsor Park for the second time, with City claiming a 2-1 win. We're back at Windsor Park here this afternoon. The sun is shining. It's a typically cool afternoon here at Windsor, but the sun is out and it should be an enjoyable contest here as the two teams battle it out for supremacy in the city of Launceston. Silverware beyond both these teams, but certainly they'll be looking to claim the bragging rights in the new NPL Derby. Alex Gaetani certainly stressed that he wants to build this rivalry between the two clubs, and there's no doubt that his Chargers will be eager to get their first season in the top flight off to a successful start in that regard. And a pretty strong looking Riverside team out there today. We'll start with the host there, number 8 Aaron Campbell. Seen him used in a number of roles. A former Launceston City stalwart, of course, was their NPL Games record holder, so he's certainly familiar with the opposition. And obviously in his time at City would have played in the derby against Rangers, so he's played in plenty of them. Number 10 Sam Davis, saw him pretty lively in the last meeting between these two at Windsor Park. Number 6 Liam Gilmore, really impressive young midfielder, real up-and-comer in the Riverside ranks. Speaking of that, Jared Hill, well, he's already a fully fledged star of the comp, the young goalkeeper. Launceston City will be without their regular number 1, two of the best young keepers going around, but Riverside have their star in goals, Jared Hill. William Humphrey and Mitchell Jones have come across from Northern Rangers, so they'll be very, very familiar with these derbies as well. Then a big name there, number 9 Ryan McCarriger, the big fish that everyone was after. I think every club in the north of the state has been trying to recruit him for a number of years. One of the best players to come out of this region, and Riverside have snared him, and they will be delighted to be able to call upon his services. Ethan Olner will slot in at the back there. Drew Sykes, number 18, a new name on the list. I'm not sure if he's played too many games this season. Luca Vigilante, the Batman in midfield, box-to-box action type. And the Englishman Christopher Wademan has made quite the impact since arriving. He's offered plenty of goals, and that's probably the department Riverside was struggling in, particularly early in the year, so he's really offered a good solution for them in that regard. On the bench, a couple of youngsters in there, William Coward, Reef Murph at the backup keeper, Neil Sands, Matt Spanos, who was quite good a couple of weeks ago, I thought, in central midfield, but he's relegated to the bench today, and Tom Prince on the comeback from injury. He's also on the bench, so that's the lineup for the hosts. And we'll switch now to the visitors, Launceston City, and there has been one late change. That lineup reflected there, I've just been informed. Number 8 Matthew O is now going to start, and number 3 Aaron Matarozzi will be unable to, I think, an injury in the warm-up there, changing that. And the rest of the lineup, young Charlie Dyer brings plenty of energy. Reece Gould will slot in at fullback, you'd imagine. Number 7 Mackenzie Hancock's enjoying a run up front and has been scoring a few goals. He's a player of some promise, as he's number 10, Jared Linger, the Australian futsal youth representative. Very skillful on the ball, as you'd expect. The real star man of the team, though, is Noah Mees. I think till he took off to Melbourne there, there was a period there where he was involved in every single one of their goals. As I'm just about to add in a bit of colour commentary and special analyst here, the stylings of Michael Montecchio will be joining me very shortly. And that we'll continue with the Launceston City lineup. Number 4, Lindsay Millington, will line in at centre half. He's a class act, one of the best defenders in the competition. Marna Matreski, very clever on the ball, very wily player. We'll need to watch him closely. Murray Scott, he's arrived a few weeks back, a fairly recent addition to the team. Number 1, Will Smith. Well, he is deputising for Lachlan Clark, who suffered that concussion last week, and rounding out the team, probably in defence, I suspect, is number 2, Nicholas Thorne. And on the bench, Aitken, DeGhetto, Durazio, and as I said, Matthew O will be starting today. He's come in for Matarozzi. So sliding in alongside me here is a favourite here of the Riverside boys, Michael Montecchio, to offer some expert comments throughout the game. Tiki, what are you expecting here today, mate?
Oh man, I think it's going to be a very, very evenly matched game, and I think whoever comes out with most intensity and keeps the ball is going to be the one that's going to win, I think. So we'll just see what happens.
Stopping for a minute's silence pre-game.
Reminder about our next home game after game event, having the 24th version of the Pop and Harvey night in the club room at 7 o'clock. That day is our last home of the game against the Tigers. So make sure you buy a ticket in advance. There are no ticket sales on the night. So make sure you grab a ticket for the Pop and Harvey night, August 24, 7 o'clock at the club room.
That one there for the father of Stratos Ploritis, who passed away overnight, one of the referees down here at Tasmania, running NPL Tas Ref of the Year, I believe. But today in the middle, we've got Tony Pert operating. He's fresh off his FFA Cup gig midweek and now patrolling the centre here in a derby. And I'm surprised to see himself on this one, because it's like a proper derby should be. There might be a bit of physicality and a little bit left in there. What do you reckon, Tiki?
Yeah, it's going to get a bit nasty, I think, but I think it's a bit good for the game as well. Get that physicality in there.
Absolutely, that's what we want to see. Alex Gaetani's spoken about building this rivalry up between the two clubs. I think coming into the NPL, it's good to have that other team in the city who can kind of build that off and make it a real occasion.
Yeah, I don't know if it has to be built too much, but yeah, it's certainly building as it goes. So yeah, yep. Especially if Riverside can get this one, we'll keep on building.
Yeah, certainly 1-1 is the ledger as it stands. 2-1 and 2-1, so really today will be the decider, the third round. And both teams have won away from home in the previous two derbies, so we'll see if Riverside are able to hold serve on their home deck this week.
Yeah, we can't make it a tie, otherwise that would be too diplomatic, I think. Somebody has to be a winner for this one.
Bit of extra time maybe. I mean, it's going to be utterly superfluous to the league, so maybe just agree to play an extra 15 each way just to sort out the Northern supremacy issue, I think.
Yeah, just for derbies. Just for derbies.
Just for the derbies. Just add that into the competition rules for next year, I reckon. Get that in there if the derbies are locked. At one win and one draw apiece, we go into extra time.
Yep, I like it.
So the two captains strolling out there, Ethan Olner and Lindsay Millington. The same position, but a fair height disparity between the two.
Yeah, Ethan needs a bit of stilt, I think.
Been both pretty good for their respective teams this year. Doesn't look like we're going to have any change of ends. So certainly Lachlan Clark, a big out for Launceston City today for mine. He's been in fantastic form. Rob Shaw wrote in the Examiner midweek that the game had been robbed of perhaps a goalkeeping duel between the best two young keepers in the competition, which I tend to agree with that assessment.
Yeah, I've played with both keepers and both spectacular talents, and Jared has kept us in so many games this year. It's been unbelievable. So, yeah, next level, really.
So, Noah Mees to get us off and running here in the final Launceston derby of the year. We're all ready for kick-off. Who will reign supreme in Launceston this year? Mees has been unbelievable at times this season. In his first couple of months, he was absolutely unplayable at times as Matreski just launches that one along. Jared Linger dispossessed there and works off it. We'll see plenty of that from Luca Vigilante today, just parking himself in front of the back four.
Yeah, we'll see if he can avoid a yellow card this week.
Sitting on the verge of suspension, is he?
I think he has 6.
Well, he's the type of player who's always likely to pick one up, Vigilante, as Matteo swings this one in. One decisively away by Jones, and then just getting in the back there of Matreski was the Sam Davis. And a long way out, but Matreski might just fancy this one.
Yeah. Already a bit of a temper in the first minutes of the game, so should be a great one. I'm excited.
Yeah, I don't think he was particularly happy with the little push in the back. There doesn't be too much in it, but Matreski not happy to be sent tumbling, so he steps up and bends this one, and it's repelled away by Ethan Olner. Back in by Millington. Flicked on. And a snapshot at Jared Hill called into action early. It's a great save there Fantastic work to deny Murray. That's a great save, and the keeping abilities coming to the fore early on.
That's what I'm talking about. He's like Spider-Man, just leaping out over there. It's unreal. It's unreal.
It was a good hit too. Murray must have thought that one was destined for the bottom corner. Jared Hill alert early on and a sharp piece of keeping. So City looking to drive the play early on. Matreski to take the corner. Swings this one deep. Jones just getting in the way of his keeper a little, but they're able to get it away. Matreski gives it straight to Vigilante. And then I think Davis just taking his eye off the ball there. Comes out of play. Matreski. Here's Mackenzie Hancox. Brings it back for Nicholas Thorne. Transfer to Reece Gould. Looks like he's slotted in at centre back today, Gould. Seen him play a fair bit of left back, but shifted centrally to Partner Millington. It's a loose pass straight to the former City man Campbell, who looked to lead the breakout. Bursting through the middle is Wademan, and that's exactly where he heads. But well, Millington had the situation to control. I think he expected his keeper to come collect it. Maybe that's a slight miscommunication. Not on the same page with his new number one there.
Yeah, it was a bit sloppy there, but I think that's where Riverside's really going to try to attack with. Make sure that we're nice and tight defensively and see if we can get on a quick counter. Worked against South Hobart, and we didn't score off of it, but kept it to a 0-0 draw. So I think how both teams are shaped defensively will really have a big deal in this game.
There's a breakout there. Campbell to chip this one in, and rather wasted that one was Aaron Campbell. I think better delivery from that from the set pieces today.
Yeah, that's usually rare from his corners. I must say he takes a good driven ball into the box most of the time, so he'll look to do much better next one.
Yeah, maybe just looking to stand that one up towards the keeper, test him out early on. Don't know who that is, but that's bloody annoying. Jamie Richardson being a pest as per usual, wreaking havoc in commentary position. Doing more damage to me than he did to Riverside in the Northern Championship game before, and that's for sure.
Oh man, I love the banter. Well done, Gilly.
Some nice work from Gilmore, eventually worked off it. Hancox trying to make his way down. Murray just shielding the ball and turning back the other way. Pretty well to keep that in, and that's surely a foul against Jones.
It was a great turn and great acceleration pass, and missed time tackle by Mitch. So City free kick, and I must say I think City's actually probably pretty dangerous from set pieces, especially today. They've always had threats in the air, and Lino likes to practice the headers, so I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they convert on one of these set pieces.
So it's Matreski to take. Just stand it up in the middle of the box. Mees gets his head to it. Comfortable for Jared Hill though. A real purchase on the header from Noah there. Jones pushing it along. Gould. Good stuff there from McCarriger. Hancox. Cleared away again by the Riverside defence, and a bit of an up and under there from Dyer. Tough for Jared Linger up against two Riverside markers, and eventually Humphrey sees it away from him. Scrapping away on the far side. Here's Matthew O, the late entry to the team, and a little handball there.
Riverside to take the free kick. Looks like Luca's going to be on top of it. Off to Ethan Olner. Probably look to keep the ball from here. Or not.
Just blasting it along instead. Typical centre back that.
Worked out at the end, I guess, but yes, centre backs love to blast it. Tell the team to go along and just hit it.
As you said, I think they'll be looking to get the ball forward pretty quickly when they get it and hit on the break. Seems to be the strength of the Riverside team. There's Noah Mees causing a few problems at the other end, but coming across was Jones. Sees it away from the danger man. Forward, Wakeman turning. And Millington just parking himself deep and sweeping across. Hancox picked up by Liam Gilmore. A bit of time for the youngster here. Works it towards McCarriger. Carragher sliding in. Oh, no, Carragher.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know how he's done that, but he's found the back of the nets. Ryan McCarragher with the immediate impact. A truly remarkable goal. That a bit of a tackle goal.
That might be the first slide tackle goal of the year, I think, in the NPL. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he has just slid in, and the keeper has just drifted far too across the face there. He's left his entire net exposed, thinking his defender was going to knock it back to him, and McCarragher slide tackles it in.
I know McCarragher's going to claim that one, and we're going to hear about it all night. But hey, oh mate,
what a remarkable goal that is.
Unreal.
That is a first, I think. I don't think I've seen one of them, let alone this season. I'm not sure I've seen it in several seasons.
People say that his best position centre back.
Noel Mees might be able to answer immediately. He cuts it back, and well done, Liam Gilmore getting back.
Oh man, that I'll tell you what. Having a target player up that with that caliber is a very good novelty to have.
Absolutely, and nearly the instant response there from Mees. Gilmore tracked back. Mees might have been better off taking the shot on himself. In the end, went for the square up option. And plenty of action early on in the derby here. And the absence of Lockie Clark, I think, showing on that one. Smith just exposing the goals. Didn't think it was possible. I don't think that his teammate wasn't going to knock the pass back to him. Just kind of left it open. And Carragher, well, that's why every club in the North's been after him for the last 3 or 4 years, trying to lure him to their NPL team. And Riverside reaping the rewards of doing just that.
Yeah, like Tom said the first game that he was back, the wife let him play again, so it's good to see him out there, and he's training each and every day, working hard, so it's good to see him out here in shape and working.
As Matreski launches one, takes a little deflection, but straight into the arms of Jared Hill. He's going to eat that up all day long, but it's a dangerous attacking duo in McCarragher and Wademan, who've come into the squad later in the season. Do you think maybe if you had them from the start of the year, there might have been a few more results go their way? Because probably lacked a little bit of goal scoring threat early in the season.
Yeah, early in the season it was hard to convert, but starting to get there with those two up there.
He's just punched to the top of the box. Millington across. Matreski whacks it clear. Giving a good honest chase is Mackenzie Hancock's, but the wind always taking that one away from him. Industrious in wide areas is Hancock's. He's way to the starting lineup, and since getting in there has not relinquished his place. He's been a good performer for City in the second half of the season.
He's got loads of pace, and that's always dangerous out wide, so always a great asset to have.
Campbell back to Jones. Now the Batman. Jones again. Swinging in the middle, but broken up by Matreski. There's a pass through to Hancock's, looking to slide it in behind to Jared Linger. Nicely defended though in the end. Clear it away to Campbell. Made life tough for Gilmore. Pretty well, and just a little overzealous in the end. Matreski, who's been heavily involved early on in this one.
Yeah, he's an intense player, but you sometimes need that scrappy player in the midfield that can just run around and do loads of work defensively, and it makes it way easier for your team to defend, so I don't mind it.
This one's driven forward. Just showed a little too much of it for Dyer, who slides in eagerly. Plenty of full-blooded challenges going in early in this one. Plenty out there for both teams. Someone allowed to run through, but only Sykes back there. What can you tell me about Sykes? I've not seen a lot of him.
He's been playing very, very well in the championship, and he's just calm and composed and normally just keeps the ball and doesn't do anything too fancy, but is very, very consistent. And, you know, he slides into there at center back, and he's always a good asset to have. So with John O'Neill out, he slides right in and makes our defense just as good.
Seems like his height might be useful in trying to counter Noel Mees a little bit today. Probably not really a natural matchup for Big Measy.
No, but somehow Ethan jumps high enough to get up there most of the time.
Dyer whips this one in, and there is Measy, flicked it on, and Jared Hill keeps it out again, and crucially kept a hold of it before Linger could poke home any rebounds. Dangerous ball, this one, and Hill just would have seen that very late coming over the top of all those bodies. Reschooled will just let that one run out of play. Thumping clearance, so with teams with chances early on, McCarriger creating something out of nothing has the Roos ahead in this one.
Yeah, to be fair, I think City's had a bit more opportunities, but
There's Noah Mees in that to the other end here. On the left, he cuts back inside and he fires across the face of goal on the right. Good chance for Mees. Very nicely forged the chance for himself, but just couldn't quite finish it off on the non-preferred there.
yeah, maybe he had somebody square in the box, but decided to take the shot. So don't mind it. Always got to back yourself as a striker.
Yeah, perhaps after the last time when he squared that earlier one, decided I'm having this one myself.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was from the side which took him onto the right foot rather than the left, which is so dangerous. Long direct ball cleared away by Lindsay Millington. Just holds up in the wind there. Done by Matreski. Slight suspicions of handball against Hancock's there. Eventually takes it across to Dyer. Mees, still controlled by the big fella, but taken away from him. Gilmore and Sykes there for Riverside. One back by Dyer though. An important challenge there from Vigilante. He's threatened to skip in behind.
This game's already been a bit open. It's starting to widen further and further. It's going quite quick throughout the midfield, going one side to the other.
Cheeky little nutmeg there, and eventually Vigilante bends this one to McCarriger. Lost his footing there and keep pressuring Gould.
I think he's been on the ground more this game than he's been on his feet. But if he scores a goal that way, hey, you don't criticize it.
Absolutely. He's made it work for him. But, a bit of a slippery surface out there, perhaps. This one's thrown in towards McCarriger.
Down he goes again.
The vicious bicycle effort from the ground to try and cross it in. And another player losing his feet. It's Sykes. Might have let in Noah Mees here. He's running at Ethan Olner. Big Noah Mees. He takes him to the outside and drives it home. A wonderful solo goal from Noah Mees. A slip from Sykes, and Mees has punished him duly. 1-1 at Windsor Park.
Yeah, that's just pure quality. Going, taking one-on-one, being composed, able to pick out the corner and just blast it home. It's a very, very quality goal. Very good.
Yep, he had one look at Olner. He said, yep, I'm taking you on. Throws it in, takes him wide, and from the angle, not much Jared Hill can do about that. He had his positioning right, just picks out the side netting in the far corner. Just a really quality finish that from Big Noel Mees. That's why he is such a danger. And after 18 and a half minutes, 1-1 the score. A cracking start to this derby. Really enjoyable stuff.
Yeah, if we keep scoring like this, both teams, I'm going to be super excited.
Jones works this one to Davis. Eased upon by Hancocks. Coughed it back up to Gilmore.
City pressing very well during the start of the game, and they'll probably do that all throughout the game. I know Lino and Cookie like to press very high up the pitch, and rightfully so.
A contrast in styles between the sides here today. And that's been noticeable, that press, and they swing it wide to Hancocks, who go back and recover the ball. And he looks to chip it in, looking for the light tower that is Noah Mees. Gilmore out the back. Swings it long. Able to find McCarriger on this occasion. And Gould with a slightly nervous look over his shoulder. I reckon he'll be sweating on McCarriger all day after that opening goal as he goes for a second sliding tackle type goal in the first 20 minutes here. And he's got the defence and the keeper a little bit nervous down there, I think, Ryan McCarriger.
Yeah, he's going to be the one that's going to be pressing all game for Riverside, and if the goalkeeper decides to keep dribbling like that out of the box, it might be a bit dangerous. Might be able to steal another one off of him.
Yeah, I think just clear it out there might be the order of the day for them. There's Smith coming in place of Lachlan Clark. Hancocks get away by Jones. We have attacks coming down this left wing from City in the early going. Hancocks has been heavily involved. Here's Noah Mees. Sykes watching him closely. Back to Thorne. He's at the top of the box, worked back, and that's a very ambitious effort there from Charlie Dyer. Never looked like threatening Jared Hill.
I think it touched the clouds.
Yeah, closer to the clouds than the goals, I reckon. Absolutely tough one. Leaning back off balance. The volley from slightly behind you, outside the area.
Oh, it's near impossible technique.
Fairly low percentage effort, I think.
Zidane did it pretty well.
Yeah, I think if you're Zizou, you've probably got permission. Outside of that, I reckon maybe just settle it down and look for a pass. But Jared Hill, you can see the distance, the purchase he gets on his goal kicks. Quite significant. Floating all the way through to the opposite keeper in the end. Smith just punches this one low. Bounces away. Jones. Mees. In looking for Hancocks. Oh, Olner just misjudging it. Lets in Mackenzie Hancocks. Crucial foot in from Sykes. And Gilmore's been dropping deep to break up the play pretty frequently early on here.
Riverside seemed to really be struggling with that press, and City seemed to be going to pretty much every second ball as well. So we'll see if that changes at all throughout the first half, but something to maybe look at in the second half, and Alex will probably address it in the locker room.
Reese Gould looks at Long. Olner putting that one away. Thorne. Vigilante going for a ride over the back of Matreski. Play allowed to continue, and Jared Linger with a little bit of space. Tried to chance his arm, but again, comfortable for Jared Hill. Take something better than that to be keeper of his quality is. Jones finds Davis. Sykes. Looking for McCarrigan, but Thorne just chopping it out again, although again, Hancock's can come for that one. McCarrigan dropping back. Long ball should be dealt with by Gould, and just cannons that one off into towards the spectators there. Safety first from Reese Gould.
When in doubt, kick it out.
Jones. McCarrigan calling for it. That's where he heads. So Campbell there on that occasion. Vigilante robbed of it. Campbell tried to sneak it through the legs of Dyer. Pinball's out the back to Sykes. Campbell pulls the throw cleverly.
Yeah, it's a bit too tight in here. 7, 8 players in about a quarter of the pitch. They need to spread out and kind of go the other way.
It's very close quarters indeed, and now City threatening to break through Noah Mees. He's got Jared Linger riding shotgun with him. That's where he heads. And we'll just hold up and wait for Mees to get in the middle. Tries to take on Gilmore. I reckon it was Linger grabbing Gilmore's shirt there. He's just standing off him, lost his footing. Hold of the ball, back to Matreski. Pins it in. On the way by Vigilante. Carragher. Combined with Davis, but Lee Gould breaking the play up. Dyer. Swings it across to Murray. Murray turning sharply. Matreski. Matreski from range. Always rising. But again, just a little bit of time and space for the long range effort.
Yeah, I know Jared's a good goalkeeper, but we can't have them shooting from 18, 20 meters out each time. The pressure needs to step up a bit and be able to close that space down.
It's a few times they've not been able to take advantage, but a few times they've been given that kind of room in fairly threatening areas to shoot from. Area they'll need to tighten up in. Lovely day here at Windsor Park. The sun shining as Hill smashes it long. The back. Gould.
Yeah, we have the sun shining, but somehow we're still in the shade.
Yeah.
It would be nice to be in the warmth.
I think we preemptively thought there might have been a bit of rain at Windsor Park and we've set up here, but look, certainly as I travelled up here, the sunnier it got the further north we travelled. So Jared Linger skipping free into some space here. Might be better off trying to release Murray, well broken up by William Humphrey in the end.
Yeah, Jared has tons of skills, tons of pace. I think he's going to be dangerous, especially as the game goes on.
Seen him using a few different roles the last couple of seasons. Was playing as a left wing back for a while, but back into attack in recent times for Launceston City. Very versatile and skillful player. Generally operates out wide where he can use that pace that you mentioned. And in front of Dyer. Dyer going the direct option, looking to spring Mees, but Sykes headed it away. There's Liam Gilmore. Davis. Pulls off the attentions of Thorne, then drops it into Vigilante. All pass though, straight to Dyer. He's heaved long, didn't really give Mees much of a chance. Hill. Send it out to Humphrey, now Olner. They've coughed it up again, just a little too easily. Sykes coming through. Fell to Mees, trying to find Dyer. Good interception, Jones. Matreski. In out of there by Mitch Jones. Now Davis trying to use his strength, but Hancock's just won the ball. Footwork there from the youngster. Advantage played there by Tony Pert. Allows Jared Linger to have a run on Humphrey here. He goes around the outside of him. Humphrey sticking tight to his task. After a triple deflection, it somehow stays in. Clear the area without conceding a corner. Try and find a counter-attacking opportunity through Wademan, but again, nothing forthcoming. It's City firmly on top here at the moment. Side a few moments, but it's all City for the time being. Matreski straight into Campbell. That was nice stuff from Gilmore. Campbell back heel, but had no one making the run for him.
City definitely looked like the better team at this moment. Well, actually, not just this moment, but the whole game, really. Everything's quite sloppy from Riverside. Needs to just control the ball and just kind of relax a bit.
Not really managed to keep a hold of the ball, have they? They've taken their one goal. Can't even really say it was from a chance. It was from absolutely out of nowhere. Merritt carrying his coat with some magic. It's been City creating the chances in this one. Here's Jared Linger. Running off Mees to play the 1-2. Humphrey down the line.
Humphrey's been a player that I think has really come into his own at left back over the past 3-4 games. I think he's been fantastic.
So a promising run from Christopher Wademan here, the Englishman. Centering ball for Campbell. Lashed it wide. And that was the first real clear-cut chance, and pretty well worked there on the counter. Wademan doing well, squared it for Campbell. Just couldn't quite take advantage here, Aaron Campbell.
Yeah, especially with Wademan running down on you. Every breakaway is going to be dangerous that he gets involved in. So it could look like Riverside's out of the game for quite a bit, and you give it to Wademan and something might happen.
So the offside flag must have been raised anyway. This one's been brought back. That's why that's probably wouldn't have mattered had Campbell made the net bulge anyway. Probably good to not produce a world-class strike.
Or is it a goal kick?
No, now we've gone back to a goal kick, so not sure what's going on there. Some confusion. And now we're back to where we thought we were. Goal kick.
All right. Now Aaron Campbell's upset again.
Yep, absolutely. Swings and roundabouts. There's Ethan Olner, shifting it wide. Running after it was Davis, but just running out of real estate on the near touchline here. Thrown in by Thorne. Tresky. Bun Gilmore. Jones, nice little dink to Davis, who sends it over the top, looking for the run of Campbell. Gould, as he has done all afternoon, just for the safety of the line.
Yeah, very rarely in football does a vertical run and a vertical ball work, but yeah, we need to try to look different directions, I think.
Here's Aaron Campbell. And just losing the ball with some pressure from Thorne.
Yeah, to be fair to Aaron, not many people there to help him out.
Yeah, he kind of looked in for an option, didn't see anything presenting. Second touch brought him undone. Noah Mees.
He's always presenting.
Certainly is. And the vital link-up man in attack so far is Jared Linger. Linger running here at Humphrey. Humphrey sent him wide. Linger used those dribbling skills to get him behind. Olner sticking tight to him. Combining with Matreski now, but well done, Ethan Olner.
I think that's going to be a fun battle between Linger and Will Humphrey. It looks like Linger's going to keep on trying to go at him, and Will's going to have to try to keep up with it.
Hancock's trying to get him behind of Jones. Going to shield him from it. He turns now into the box and puts the cross in looking for Mees. Couldn't trap it. And Gilmore comes across to take it away from Linger. That was a threatening moment. Hancock's got him behind. But he's unable to combine as again Hancock's turned him well, but then just took it straight out of play. Throw in will go Riverside's way. Half an hour tick by here at Windsor Park. 1-1 the score. It's City firmly on top, but not on the scoreboard.
Football's a wonderful game. Wonderful game.
Jones. They've been running into a little bit of trouble. They play their way out all right this time. Davis. He's got Campbell out wide. Instead goes centrally and skips past them. Still going here is Davis. Millington stood him up. Campbell chipping one to the back stick. And sticking out a paw to deal with it was Smith. Creative kind of shot that one from Campbell.
Yeah, was it Campbell or was it Sam Davis? I'm not too sure who it
Look
was.
at the replay. I thought it was Campbell, but...
it might have been Campbell.
Yeah, number 8. It was Campbell.
Yep. My apologies.
Just didn't quite get enough on it.
Nah. I definitely have to shout out Tony Pert on that one. He let the advantage go. Some very, very good refereeing and let Riverside get to an advanced position up there.
A couple of good advantages early in this one. Strength of his, letting the play run. Has a good feel for it out there, Tony Pert. Humphrey knocked it straight to Matty-O. Linger, wasn't the easiest pass, but he brought it down silkily. Now cutting inside. Mees. Heavy touch went to Gilmore, but Mees just stuck out those long levers and won it back. Matty-O crossing and deflected just wide. It's just past the near stick there. They've looked threatening from wide areas, sending these crosses in.
Yeah, Lino likes getting the ball wide and crossing it into the box, and it's going to be dangerous if they keep getting those crosses in, especially with mines in the middle.
Jared Hill, long, Tresky, flicked on by Mees. Free away from Linger as they continue that duel. It's been very compelling viewing through the first 30 here. Ball from Gilmore. Davis just unable to control it.
Been impressed with Gilmore so far. He's got his body in some good positions.
Done some good work, hasn't he? He's won the ball back. Had to drop pretty deep at times.
Yeah, nothing fantastic, but just keeping it simple, putting his body in the way, playing a simple pass. I think that's what needs to happen for Riverside especially.
He's been pretty composed, the young man. His team have struggled to play it out at times. City, as you mentioned, pressing up on them quite well. Winning the ball back, the long throw taken towards Noah Mees. Mees turning sharply. Blocked behind. And back onto the City man for a goal kick. Good defence in the end from Ethan Olner. Mees, every time he gets the ball in the box, he just looks a threat. He's such a sharp turn. Very, very agile for a big man.
Yeah, moves wonderfully well for a big guy.
Over a couple of heads there. Jared Linger.
If it's not in English, it's in Spanish.
Very nice try there from Vigilante, but just blatantly straight out of him. As Jared Linger sends it to the back post for Hancock, who's peeled off. He nodded it back centrally. No one there. Now Charlie Dyer firing one over the top. Took a little deflection, so it will be a corner.
Yeah, always dangerous to head the ball out into the middle, and that's why.
Smart play there. Hancock's to work it back centrally, and then, the clearing header invited danger. Tresky striding across to take it again.
As much as I hate to say it, I'd be surprised if this game still stays 1-1 in the halftime. I think City might nab another one before halftime.
They've got 10 minutes to go, and all the momentum as it stands. It's a poor corner there from Matrevsky. Comes back out to Matty-O. Matty-O powering one in, palmed away beautifully by Jared Hill again. Twice he's come to the rescue of his side with great saves, and that was hit firmly by Matty-O.
He's just a keeper that doesn't have a weakness. He can go either way, save it either way. Good on crosses.
He's
There's not much more I can say about Jared. Unbelievable.
had to be good again, and really the big wind up on that one, and ended up generating significant power on the shot as Gould just runs that one out of play in the end.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before, though. Even though it's a far way out, you got to step to that quicker, and you got to get pressure on it. Otherwise, one of those is going to go in.
Yeah, it's certainly asking for trouble as this one's chipped into the corner for Mees, and oh dear, looks like the hamstring's gone for Ethan Olner.
Hate to see that.
Ill-timed because Mees is charging, and well done by Sykes in the end to get a foot in, but you'd have to think that's Ethan Olner's day done.
Yeah, it's definitely done. I did that against South Hobart a few weeks ago and still recovering from it, so hopefully it's not too bad, but I'll tell you what, it didn't look the greatest.
Yeah, I think he'll be joining you in rehab, Turkey. That one, pretty clear hamstring snap by the looks of it. Pulled up immediately, clutched at it, and he's already signalled to the bench. So who out of the subs is most likely to come in at centre-back? Obviously, John O'Neill already out, so a little light in the centre-half department, perhaps.
Might have to get creative. I know McGarriger likes up top a bit more, but his supposedly best position is center back, so maybe have to put him back there and throw somebody else up forward. Or Tom is very good, but he played a full championship game, I'm pretty sure, so I don't know if Alex wants to stick him in there with already 90+ minutes under his belt. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, McGarriger's gone straight over to the bench for a chat, so seems like he'll slot back in there temporarily at least. So figure out who's going to come on, but a blow there as Riverside's captain, Ethan Olner, limping from the pitch. So I think you've probably killed it. McGarriger will slot back in there. It's a blow there for the Roos.
And it looks like Matty Spanos is coming on, and Matty Spanos would probably go up top or in the 10, I think.
So it's going to be a reshuffle. Carragher, who's produced the goal, now I'll have to go back and do the defensive duties.
He can do tons more slide tackles.
Yeah, more opportunity for that. He's already shown how adept he is at winning the ball and directing it.
If he scores a slide tackle from back there, I'll be very impressed. Very impressed.
So on comes Matt Spanos. An unfortunate end to the day for Ethan Olner. 38.5 minutes have ticked by here at Windsor Park. 1-1 the score. 4 all on aggregate for the year, the derby now. Still all squared up.
Extra time it is.
A bit unfair to use away goals as a separator when the City get 2 away games, so I don't think we can bring that in. Lindsay Millington takes it away. Vigilante to Gilmore. Back on Murray. Now Hancock's. Shifts a beautiful ball over the top for Noah Mees. Mees from the angle. And there is Carragus. McCarragus sliding in. Locking that one away. Just timed it perfectly. Always going to be tough to score from that angle, Meesy.
Yeah, I've actually never seen McGarriger play center back, to be honest with you, so I'm really excited to see how he goes back there, but looks like he's already up for the challenge.
Oh yeah, just read that pretty nicely and executed the block as this one swung in. Half cleared to the top of the box off the shoulder of Campbell. Hancock's traced back to Gould. Under pressure. Ooh, flying in there was Wademan. Worked on by Millington. Fell at the back for Mees, who hits it first time, but didn't quite catch it as sweetly as he would have liked.
A bit sloppy stepping out of the back. If 2 outside backs would have stepped up a bit more, it would have been offsides, but instead, clear chance for City.
It's a couple of times Mees has just been able to escape out the back. Good job getting separation from the defence.
He's a smart player. I don't think people give him enough credit for that. He gets his body in good positions and uses it well, and he finds his spaces very well.
Here's Mees again. Cushioned it down, but one back by the Roos. Although, in turn, Mees able to get back on the ball. Spreads it wide for Jared Linger. Linger crossing and headed away by Jones. Just Matreski will let this one run out of play. So tick towards half-time here at Windsor Park. 1-1 still the score. Dyer. I think Riverside at this stage would definitely take 1-1. Head into the sheds, given the way the half's played out. Be pretty happy to be on equal terms. Could easily be down in this game.
Yeah, I think Alex is going to have a big chat in the changing room. He's not one that screams and yells a lot, but he'll definitely have quite a few words and advice to hopefully have a better second half from Riverside.
Flicked on by Sykes. Judged by Campbell. Jones.
Although I was saying that, I know Lino won't exactly be happy with this half either, because I think with as many chances as they've had, Lino will think they should be up 2 or 3. Great touch, I'll tell you what.
You might have a future in goals, Tiki. Get you in there if Jared ever comes down injured.
Yeah. I'm probably 3rd string, I reckon. 3rd string. Young Reefer's probably in front of me. Young Reef Murphy, but besides that, I don't think I got it.
The 3rd string. All right, we'll go with that. Dyer works it forward. Murray. Handcuffs. Charged down by Campbell.
Yeah, good pressure by Campbell.
Yeah, didn't want to allow a free cross there. Working back there, the winger. Very industrious player, Aaron Campbell. Not sure if you guys have the GPSs on the players at all here, but I imagine he would definitely rack up the kilometres in a match, Aaron Campbell.
Yeah, he runs a lot and he presses, and it's always very valuable to have somebody that's willing to do the work.
Vigilante punches this one forward. Wademan chase out there. And I think Gould has played it off of him. Indeed he has, so just the goal kick covered the situation pretty well. So Wademan bearing down on him.
Yeah, even if Wademan won that ball though, he didn't have very much support. I think Riverside definitely have to start stepping a bit more and kind of trusting and pressing a bit.
So Smith punching it long. Tresky wins the header out into space for Hancock's. Tresky wants it back. That's where he heads. Tresky try and work it back onto his preferred right foot here. Dribbles into the corner and wins himself another set piece for City. And a number of these corner opportunities in the first half. Quite been able to make one count just yet. But they're certainly knocking on the door. Matreski again. Floating ball, pulled away by Hill, headed back goalwards. Cleared away off the line in the end. Long ball. Gould parked himself back there expertly. Matreski. Raking ball off the back of Mees. Got some support, and Linger goes himself though. Now uses Jared Linger. Vigilante comes across to deal with him. The Batman doing well. Linger to Dyer. Chips it in behind for Linger. Linger puts the cross in looking for Murray, and yet another corner. 20 seconds left in regulation of the first half. Taken quickly. Well, they've got the 2-on-1 out here. Matreski and Jared Hill always going to class that one. And I don't think happy with a lack of an outlet option there, Jared Hill.
Yeah, he was looking to go quick, and Matty Spanos kind of checked in instead of went out, so slow it down. And unfortunately, if you go long once you slow it down, it kind of gives the defense quite a big advantage.
Yeah, gives them time to get set. Tresky again. He's been prominent in this first half in the midfield, pulling the strings. Swung that one out to Linger, and now Mackenzie Hancock's getting him behind here. McCarriger sliding in well and looking very adept as a centre-back, Big McCarriger.
I think he'll be upset that Alex will see him playing well back there. So, I know he wants to do anything for the team, but he definitely wants to try to score some goals.
He doesn't want to play too well and find himself parked there permanently, does he?
Yeah.
It's good sliding challenges. Yet another corner here for Launceston City.
Yeah, City's been doing really well with their angled balls and angled runs. Ooh, well-driven ball. Still in.
Noel Mees here. Oh. Time and space. Couldn't get the power on that. He just found himself free and was picked out by Matreski. Again, taken by Jared Hill. Inviting danger here though, Riverside. We're going to giving Noel Mees a free header at the ball.
No, and that's what I mean by him being smart. He just takes 2 or 3 steps away from the defender just to create an opportunity for himself. Sam Davis keeps the ball, going to Mitch Jones. Mitchell Jones looking for somebody. Luca, touch away, cleared away.
Heel well off his line. Leave it straight to Dyer. Full pass from Murray though. Gilmore skips free and then looks to thread the eye of the needle. Beautiful ball that for Davis. It's Davis taking it wide. He looked to cut back and he just runs it straight out in the end. Wasted opportunity there for Riverside.
Very creative ball by Liam Gilmore. He'll be proud of himself with that ball, and as he should be. He's been very composed on the ball. I think this has actually probably been one of his best halves. Sam would definitely want to have that one back. I don't think he's happy with that result, but hopefully he keeps making those runs and that continues to happen.
Heavy touch in the end, and I'd agree with that. I think Liam Gilmore's probably been Riverside's best in this first half. He's been pretty combative in the midfield and just smart decisions when he's been on the ball. As Naru's looking to strike late here. Be a real sucker punch if they were to take the lead heading into half time. Oh, that one decisively away over Carragher. And after 48 minutes here, I thought that might just about be that for the first half. Obviously had the long stoppage for the Olner substitution, but 48 minutes is about as long as you'd expect.
Yeah, I reckon Tony's going to blow it now.
Need to continue for the time being. To think the whistle imminent here. So 1-1 the score. Any late twists here. Mees worked it back, chipped forward. Just gonna roll out of play as the wind has really picked up here in the last couple of minutes. The howl through Windsor Park.
Yeah, it is a place that doesn't block the wind very well. Does not block the wind very well. Makes an interesting place to play with the grass being a little muddy, wind. You get all the conditions here at Windsor Park.
Chipped in the middle, flicked on Petreski. Now Spanos, the substitute, working it back in, flicked in a chance pass for Liam Gilmore, slides it across. Oh, had Wademan, he went the shot. It was well blocked by Millington. And suddenly it broke open at the back there for Riverside. Hancock's just lost track of that one, but an opportunity. They have been few and far between, but they've certainly had a few really promising moments in Riverside. When they have had chances, they've been really high percentage ones, as Dyer looks it wide out in front of Jared Linger. Linger trying to go around the outside. But Humphrey taking the points in that duel. And then winning the goal kick as well. Very nicely done. I'm starting to suspect our clock might have been set a little bit wrong after the first few minutes when it stuck on 0, to be honest here. I don't know that there's been 5 minutes about a time.
Yeah, you normally don't see that in the first half.
So I did notice it was on 0 for a few minutes there at the start, so I think Charlie might have been a little liberal adding the minutes there when we caught back up. I thought Tony Pear's really enjoying this first half and just wants it to go on and on and on.
Oh, That's good fun. Good fun.
Jared Hill thumping along. Vigilante. Spanos.
Good touch by Spanos.
That one will deflect behind, and that'll be a corner ball. So a late opportunity for the hosts here.
In what, the 52nd minute?
I reckon it's probably about the 47th or 48th there. I'm not trusting that clock at all. Aaron Campbell. An opportunity here. The Roos, who've had a good few minutes here at the end of the half. Probably the best spell of the game, this. He swings this one into the middle of the box. There's a thumping header and it might deflect across. Cleared off the line by Matreski. Wow, that was close to rolling over.
Gonna need the goal line technology on that one.
And that wasn't far away. Riverside have really come to life in the last few minutes. And we'll have a look on the replay here.
I think he got it. I think he definitely got it.
Keeper scrolling, definitely got it.
Yeah.
Keeper flung himself one way and then his defender blocked it. Just left the goals a little exposed, but in the end it remains 1-1 at half time here. The first half brought to an end. Ryan McCarriger with a bizarre tackle goal to open things up. It was one of the stranger ones you'll see, but just shows you can create something out of nothing for a pure work rate here. Just expecting the back pass, the keeper off his line, McCarriger slides in, bang. How do you like that one? That was 1-0. City seemed to spark them into life. Mees had come close on a couple of occasions and then having a run here at Ethan Olner, just beating him all ends up and smashing it past Jared Hill to square things up. Ethan Olner looked off with a hamstring injury just after that. But really, outside of the last 5 minutes, a half that was pretty dominated by the visitors, Stukey.
Yeah, I think Riverside will be happy to go out of that 1-1-1, and City definitely had the better of the play, and they'll be looking to convert a lot more of those chances come second half.
We'll be back in around about 10 minutes' time to bring you the action here, all square in the Launceston derby. Swings this one in, decisively away by Jones, and then just getting in the back in by Millington. Flicked on. And a snapshot of Jared Hill called into action early. It's a great pass straight to the former City man Campbell, who looked to lead the breakout. Bursting through the middle's Wademan, and that's exactly where he heads. But well, Millington had the situation to control. I think he expected turning back the other way. Pretty well to keep that in, and that's surely a foul against Jones. Time for the youngster here. Looks towards McCarriger. McCarriger sliding in. Oh no, McCarriger!
Oh my goodness!
I don't know how he's done that, but he's found the back of the.
I'll say that his best position centre back.
Noel Mees might be able to answer immediately. He cuts it back, and well done, Liam Gilmore getting.
Jumps high enough to get up there most of the time.
Dye whips this one in, and there is Mees. He flicked it on, and Jared Hill is in that to the other end here. On the left, he cuts back inside and he fires across the face of goal on the right. Bicycle effort from the ground to try and cross it in. And another player losing his feet. It's Sykes. Might have let in Noel Mees here. He's running at Ethan Olner. Big Noel Mees. He takes him to the outside and drives it home. A wonderful solo goal from Noel Mees. A slip from Sykes, and Mees has punished him duly. 1-1. Sweating on McCarriger all day after that opening goal as he goes for a second. Turning sharply, Matreski from range, always rising. A promising run from Christopher Wademan here, the Englishman. Centering ball for Campbell. Lashed it wide. Here is Davis. Millington stood him up. Campbell chipping one to the back stick. Levers and won it back. Matteo crossing and deflected just wide. As Jared Lenger sends it to the back post for Hancock, who's peeled off. He on it back centrally, no one there. Now Charlie Dyer firing one over the top. Took one there from Matrevsky. Comes back out to Matteo. Matteo powering one and palmed away beautifully. Shifts a beautiful ball over the top for Noah Mees. Mees from the angle. And there is Carragus. McCarrigus sliding in. Noah Mees here. Oh. Time and space, couldn't get the foul. The substitute. Working it back in, flicked in a chance pass for Liam Gilmore, slides it across. Oh, had Wademan, he went the shot, it was well blocked. A few minutes here at the end of the half. Probably the best spell of the game this. He swings this one into the middle of the box. There's a thumping header and it might deflect across. Cleared off the line by Matreski. here at Windsor Park, or Windy Park as is perhaps more accurately could be described as right now. The wind really howling through here and should favour City in this half. Should be at their backs, so that will make life a little bit difficult. Smith opting to don the cap in this second half as well. Certainly at the tougher end for keepers. Sun staring right into it there during that first half was Jared Hill. Now Smith needing to contend with that. So we're back underway and Humphrey on the ball. We'll see if they've made any changes. I thought Alex Gattani might have made a couple of little tweaks. It was City having the better of the game, although it was a pretty good end to that first half from the hosts. And all square on the scoreboard, which is where it counts, as Matreski just feels the hand in the back and goes down. There's the free kick.
It looks like Matty Spanos might have slipped into the 10, and it looks like Wademan might have went into the 9 instead of going out wide.
This one's laid back. Matreski lashing that one well wide. It's an early warning shot. They've had plenty of shots from outside the area today. Yeah, for Launceston City, that one no threat to Jared Hill's goal, although it might be more of a threat in this half with the wind behind them. As the long-range shots become a bit more possible. See, Hill can still get the tremendous distance on his goal kicks because he's kicking into a very stiff wind at the moment. Still gets pretty good purchase on it, mind you. Millington, a bit agricultural that. Matty O comes across and saves the day. Took it away from Wademan after a bit of a fresh area there.
Very interesting technique on tackle, but I'll tell you what, it was crucial. He needed to do it.
Absolutely. Wademan very much threatening to get him behind. Here's Jared Linger. Some finesse from Linger. Now looking to take on Gilmore, but just left it behind for Vigilante. Who got clipped after he got rid of it. Will be brought back. Free kick his way. So, around the grounds, Devonport leading Kingborough 1-0. Taking the lead there recently in the second half, and Glenorchy Knights 4-0 up over Clarence in the other NPL action going on. Big shift in the Super League, perhaps. Looks like Hobart Zebras might end the day on top. They lead Kingborough 2-0, whilst Ulverston leading Olympia 2-0 very late in both of those games, so we might have new leaders in that competition. As Tony Pett's going to bring this one back. So down behind the play. We've got a potential injury here for Chris Wademan, I think. Did you catch that, T?
I'll be honest, I missed it.
Yeah, I was looking at the other end of the pitch and he's gone down.
I think it's Campbell.
It is Campbell. All right. Doesn't look particularly comfortable out there.
Sabrina's had her work cut out for her today.
Yeah, the walking wounded out there for Riverside, but he's not one to stay down unnecessarily, so appear to be in a bit of pain there. Aaron Campbell. Here we go, there's the replay, and yeah, non-contact injury is always concerning. He's back on his feet though, which is a good sign.
Somehow might have got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know how, but hopefully he's all right. It's positive.
Yeah, he's not signalled to the bench, so that's a good sign. Close enough, maybe we should just ask him. Anyway, play will continue. Long ball headed away by Reece Gould. Hancock's wide for Jared Linger. Just left his pass a little short for Matreski. Campbell has recovered. You're right to continue. Vigilante trying to go past Jared Linger, but Linger able to win it back. Gould intercepted by the Batman. Goes outside of the boot, trying to spring Wademan. Just gave Gould the play on the ball. Wademan recovering pretty nicely though, and he turns into space. Swings in across towards the back post. It's Spanos, and it's over the top. It was Davis, in fact. And he hammers it over the top. A good move, that one, for the Roos.
Yeah. Just a little bit more patience on the strike, and I think Could have got that one on net, let it drop down to your foot a bit more, but positive, more positive from the Roos.
14 shots to 4 in favour of City. He tells the story of how readily they've been pulling the trigger today.
I don't even know if you can count the goal as a shot either.
That's true. Tackle on target as this one's allowed to run, and Jared Linger was almost sneaking behind, just had the carry to reach Hill, who judged it well enough. This one's worked down the line by Humphrey. Just a little touch off the City man. That'll be a throw in for Humphrey.
Don't know if that one was the correct call, but I'll take it. At least from the Riverside's supporters.
Yeah, I don't think you get too much argument around these parts. It's throw towards Campbell. Linger to Murray. Little dink into the middle. Right back there was McCarriger, who just launches that into the stratosphere. Double bounce, and eventually Matty O with a wild swing of that one and get near the ball, and he's injured himself in the process there, and he's clutching his knee, Matty O, which is not what you want to see.
Hopefully it's not too serious.
As this one's played out wide to Campbell. Vigilante was having his shirt grabbed, and it's going to be a throw in. Matty O getting back to his feet. Just covering a little stick from the locals there, Matty O. Probably he was making a bit much of it. As you'd expect at a derby. A little bit of exchange between the rival fans. That's what we like.
Yeah. Adds the excitement to it.
Throw into the box. Spanos making way, centering ball. Wademan lashes it home and gives Riverside the lead. An emphatic finish from the Englishman. And Riverside take the lead early in the second half. He gave the keeper no chance on that one.
He's a clinical finisher, and I'll tell you what, Spanos did very well on that one to get the ball into the box and hit it in. So, woo! Great finish by Wademan.
Absolutely hammered it home there, and boy does he love it. That is what we like to see, a proper goal celebration. A bit more of that around the league. Thanks, please, more of it. Enthusiasm. Too many of these guys just scoring goals and strolling back to the middle as if nothing's happened. Give me the aeroplane. Give me the passion.
Wademan loves his little celebrations.
He loves the goal.
Shout out to the U12 Riverside boys that are here hanging out at the commentary area.
Year 12, my word. Now, hang on a second. If they're year 12, the schooling system has seriously changed.
Under 12.
Yeah, that probably makes a bit more sense.
I probably did say year 12, though.
Thank God the schooling system's changed since I went through it there in year 12.
We just fly these kids by nowadays, I'll tell you.
Real advanced students. Good to see the youngsters here enjoying the derby, and they'll enjoy that goal. Their team back in front, and a free kick given here in the way of Riverside.
A couple spectators telling Tony how to ref. Always. Tony would love that.
Well, Tony's the type who'll dish it back, I think.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Just use that. So just as they did at the start of the first half, it's Riverside drawing first blood. They've started the halves the better. City were able to work their way on top from that point, but really, again, they have the lead, and again, it's Launceston City chasing it.
Yeah, I think Riverside came out with a bit more energy this second half, especially compared to first half, so we'll see if they can sustain that.
Showing some good intent as the throw is lobbed in there. By Dyer, straight to Humphrey. Wademan out to Campbell. Campbell swings it in. Millington steers it away.
Campbell's loving the outside the boot today.
Isn't he? Yeah, they're a bit sharper, more energy, a bit more intent about this Riverside team to start the second half. And they're almost doing to City what they were having done to them in the first half, just pushing up the pitch, pressing them a little and winning the ball. Well, it just takes off, and it's almost as if both teams are finding it easier to play into the wind, which is a little surprising. Humphrey. Matty O, who again cops it. They've found their target, the locals, I think.
It looks like that's going to go for the rest of the game.
So, Humphrey. For Wademan. O. Launches it long. For Mees to give chase. McCarriger headed it straight to his own man. Gilmore sliding in. Turned into a good pass and then just clipped. Well, it was Wademan who gets absolutely nothing from Perth. What about that one?
Yeah, Tony shook his head no, but I'll tell you what, I think I'm nodding my head yes on that one.
Yeah, probably the better view from this side of it, but Noah Mees now turning. You want to go onto that left foot and it takes a deflection. It's, certainly the Riverside defence knew exactly what he wanted to do there, and they weren't going to let him get too much away with the left, as you see the lack of a decision to Wademan there on the replay.
Wademan made sure that he ran by him and had a couple words with him as Jared had the ball.
One countryman to another.
Yep, never scared to share his opinion.
Certainly probably should have got one there as Campbell taps that one out of play. Mario cut out by Humphrey. Good game today so far, Humphrey. Curls this one to Wademan. Looks to shield it. And sends it down the line. A bit of a blind pass because there was no one there.
Nah.
Did well to protect the ball initially. Lindsay Millington now. Gilmore intercepting and then skews off his boot into touch. Hancock's swinging it in the Jared Linger direction, brings it down on the chest. Humphrey again across to deal with him. You flagged that one earlier as a matchup to watch, and it's been very good viewing, that Linger versus Humphrey battle.
Yeah, Linger just keeps going at him, and Humphreys holding his own, but I don't put it past Linger. He's going to get by him a couple times, I think.
Able to make anything count from that cross. He'll have to take the goal kick. So first 10 minutes of the second half.
Maybe a good technique here, tie the shoe and go short. No, decides to go long.
It's been the order of the day, hasn't it, from the goal kicks? There's not been too much going short. You can tend to knock it long. Humphrey hits that one forward. Oh, just beating Campbell to the ball. Now Linger. Again, Aaron Campbell working back against his former side, his former teammate Linger there.
Trying to go for the cheeky nutmeg, I think, Linger there.
Now those two, a regular feature and attack on one opposite flanks previous seasons at Launceston City. So hard-working players. So down the line. Humphrey to Wademan. Wants it down for the Batman, who just chips it into open field.
When did the Batman originate?
Well, Vigilante. Who's the number one Vigilante? The Batman.
Yep, I got you. Okay, all right. I need to read up on my superhero knowledge.
Absolutely. Just takes matters into his own hands, much like Wicker Vigilante in the midfield. Can seize control of a midfield, like you would a random goon in a fight at some point.
Yeah, I can see that.
With tough customers too, that's for sure.
Probably gets more yellow cards than the actual Batman.
Yeah. Similarly combative.
I like how you put a positive spin on it.
Oh, you need those type of players.
Oh, 100%.
Vital part of any good midfielders. This one's worked on by that man, Vigilante.
AC Milan's midfield hasn't been the same since Gattuso has left.
Oh, now there was the Grand Master of the Dark Arts, Gennaro Gattuso. He was, I think referees were scared to give him yellow cards, so he probably got a few more in his career, but Jared Linger now running into Vigilante, broke the play up well. Gould heads it down to Matty O. Raking diagonal, flicked on by Gilmore, and then Hancock's on the volley.
It's a good technique, great technique to keep that ball down and having the ball come from that angle. It's good to get that shot on net, but right into the hands of Jared.
He sends this one wide. Tough task there. Unable to keep it in. Wallace Davis. Into the bullseye it goes. Matty O. Matreski slipping free of Gilmore. Jared Linger.
Good footwork.
Nice footwork indeed there from Linger.
He's looking for the 1-2, but Macca looked like he was going for a through ball.
This one should be broken up. And then back by Thorne. He retreats all the way back to Smith. Bearing down on him is Campbell. Frontman of Riverside have been pretty good on the closing now. Great sliding challenge there from Gilmore. Almost winning it back for his side. Didn't quite spill in their favour. That's a good challenge too. So Maroon's looking to build something now. Sending it wide. Thorne will just see it out and felt a little bit of contact, which gave him the excuse to go down in the end. No real impact. It was either going to be a goal kick or a free kick. About a yard's difference between the two, really. Smith, I think, enjoying taking these goal kicks in the second half a bit more than he was in the first. With the win behind him. Millington leaves it for his keeper.
It's tough looking into the sun going that way in the second half. Well, doesn't seem to be affecting Will too much, but definitely tough to judge the ball at times.
Yeah, he's donned the cap for the second half, which he didn't have in the first, for that reason. Yeah, it's an awkward one for keepers, that sun position. Just maybe a little home ground knowledge from the Riverside team, knowing which way to go, which half. He's setting sun in the second half. You don't really want to be staring into it, I don't think.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm not one that gets too much into which side you defend first, but yeah, I know the goalkeepers are superstitious at times and all that, so.
Come on, Takey, if you're going to be a third stringer, you need to start taking these things into account, mate. All these little advantages, these little edges, they all add up.
Yeah, certainly. I'll just let my cat-like reflexes speak for themselves.
Tresky gets on it, back to Thorne. McCarrigan has not put a foot wrong since moving into centre-back.
He's been solid back there. He might be stuck there in future weeks.
Just reading the play really well since he's moved in there to replace the injured Ethan Olner. Liam Gilmore. He's pocket picked on this occasion. Thorne trying to spring in Linger. And that's surely handball against Spanos. Apparently not. They're allowed to continue.
Tony was right there, so.
Get a better view of it than I did, I guess, but.
I thought it was.
Yeah, certainly the arm was well away from the body. Maybe it's not where it actually ended up making contact, but looked like handball. Anyway, play continues, and a big up and under is headed away by McCarrigan. Soupy Campbell shipping that one and almost running onto himself. Matteo looking for Noamies. And across again comes McCarrigan. With a lead to protect. Defending pretty nicely. City exactly had the chances flowing in the second half. For first 45, which saw no shortage of shots. It looks like Murray's about to be replaced here. I think that's Fergus Aiken coming on. That's Isaac DeGetto, in fact. So a goal scorer in DeGetto coming on. Can he be the one to spark City into life? His movement will cause a few problems. This one's headed away. He's coming up and landing with an almighty crash was O. Bert takes one look at him and just goes, oh, get up. DeGetto. Poor pass is his first involvement. Now the counter-attack been on. Slightly misjudged by Gould, who's trying to be worked off by Davis, who recovers possession for his side and now holds it up and waits for the cavalry to arrive. Perhaps pass it a little too far back. Still hustling away, Davis. Sandwiched between two of them.
He's a similar player to Campbell. He'll just keep working and keep running.
This one spills out the back to Martin Matreski. Forward by Dyer. Stretching to control was DeGetto. Dyer and Gilmore, the youngsters fighting in midfield. Broken up by Campbell though. Now Vigilante. Oh, stylish spin from Campbell, but unfortunately Hancock's had tracked back for him.
It's been a bit sloppy these past 3-4 minutes. Neither team really able to get possession of the ball, just kind of going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, it's not been the prettiest display of football in the last few minutes, that's for sure. It looks like another sub is in the offing here. Davis making way.
I wonder if he's injured. It doesn't look like we have anybody exactly coming on for him.
Well, Davis has strolled over. He presumably is the one being subbed.
Shin pads. And that's Will, if I'm not mistaken. William Cohert.
So Davis replaced by Cohert.
He's got a ton of speed, that kid.
Just looking to take advantage just from tiring Launceston City legs, get them on the counter attack here. With the lead in tow. City are going to have to push forward and might just leave some room at the back for him. Yeah, what about Kalko's looking into the sun, but commentators looking into the sun is becoming a problem in the second half.
Yeah, maybe Jared knows what he's talking about.
Might need to bring the cap next time, like the keeper. There's a chance for a cross for Matteo. Weaving one way and the other. His movement now, the cross comes in from Hancock's, but it's a rather wasted one in the end. Floating harmlessly over the top of the goals.
Lino's trying to pump his guys up a bit. I think he knows he's not as happy with the second half effort as he was probably the first, but he's going to try to get them going and be a bit more intense and get a few more opportunities like they did the first half.
Yeah, it was a pretty dominant first half, but not at all been the case in this second half. Riverside have taken the lead. Looking good value to protect it at the moment. Of course, 2-1 has been the scoreline in the first two derbies of the season. And we headed for a third such scoreline today. Still 23 minutes left to play. But it's Riverside holding sway for the time being. Matreski, industrious in midfield. He wins the free kick here. He wants to take it quickly because Hancock's is in acres of space. And that's where he heads. In the end, he just got sucked in a bit too centrally, Hancock's. Off the head of Humphrey.
Yeah, Humphrey's not happy with that one. He misjudged it a little bit, but still got enough on it to disrupt the play. Just not enough on it to not concede the corner kick. And like I said before, City's dangerous on corners. I don't like us giving away this many, to be honest.
Yeah, you got to think sooner or later they might be able to make one count. Likes of Millington and Mees in there. That one punched away by Jared Hill, just kind of floated in towards the line and opting for safety first there. Yep, another one here for Matreski. He's taken plenty of them today. This will be their 9th. Low flat one, dealt with again by Campbell. Oh, Matteo trying to track it, just loops it back in. Timing the run was Hancock's. And just loops the header straight to Jared Hill. He's been fantastic again today, the young keeper. He missed.
Not the most fantastic distribution there, though. We didn't even have a player anywhere in 20 meters from that.
Yeah, just a little eager to release, perhaps. This one's chipped down the line. Humphrey away from Hancock's. City need to find a spark here.
2 different types of balls being used here today.
It's interesting. If it's just the colour scheme or completely different. Interesting. This one's thrown down the line. He chases Degetto, but able to track it down in time. I don't think Jared Hill will be in any particular rush to get this one.
No, right next to the Wise Guys pizza sign. Might order a pizza while he's there. Take his time with his goal kick. What's your go-to pizza?
My go-to pizza? I think Olympia will be happy with me here. One of their sponsors, Cugini Pizza, near my place. The chicken and camembert number from there, absolutely superb. That's my go-to. But look, speaking generally, just can't go past a simple pepperoni for me.
Yeah. Pepperoni's good. It's a classic.
Timeless yourself?
Yeah, I like, I'll stay with Wise Guys. I like the sweet Philly chili. Bit of an American one.
This one's worked out, and a chance on the break here. There is the speed of Coed as you flagged. But Smith just got there in time. This one worked down the line. Ryan McCarriger. How long's John O'Neill injured for? Do you know?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I want to say he's just away. I don't think he's injured, but I could be mistaken.
Okay, it's just the way McCarriger's played, and Olney presumably is going to miss a few weeks with a hamstring. Well, I think we might see McCarriger at centre back in future weeks.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. I can't even contest to that. I think he's in there.
He's been fantastic. Defence has looked a lot more secure. This one spills out to Hancocks. Charged down by Campbell, who's just doing plenty of defensive duties in the second half. The lead to protect. Noel Mees just drawing a crowd. Really put the clamps on him. Every time he goes at the ball, he seems to be surrounded by the orange shirts. Gets on it here. Turns onto that left foot of his and swings in a dangerous looking ball, but Jared Hill commanding as ever. Collects and quickly releases. Back by Thorne. Diagonal ball. Will this stay in for Hancock? So he's giving a good honest chase, but there's just a bit too much on it for him. It's just not quite clicking in this second half for Launceston City.
Yeah, it continues to be sloppy really on both sides. Hopefully somebody takes a bit of control and gets a bit of possession. Although I think this favors City a bit more. Riverside had a bit better at the second half, I'd say, for the first 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. But City looked to be pouring it on a bit, and Riverside looked like they're panicking when they have the ball at times. So it's always going to be good for City.
It's going to win the territorial battle a bit, but just lacking that sharpness with the final pass at the moment. Mees dropping deep, trying to get on the ball and make something happen. Free kick will relieve the pressure. There's a full time up at Valley Road, a 2-1 win for Devonport. Kingborough did get it back to 1-1 late on in that one, but Devonport taking the win there and moving ever closer to the league title. Definitely got one hand on that trophy. As it stands, it would be a fair collapse to lose it from here. This one's worked forward. Away by Matty O. Now Mackenzie Hancocks. Just sailed Measy a little short with that pass. He just shakes his head. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, it was a bit of a toe poke going with a bit too much pace, and he wasn't happy with it.
Down by Hancocks again. Long throw from Humphrey. Low. Steering it out of play. as we approach the final 15 minutes of regulation. Crowd getting a little excited. Just incrementally working it up the line.
It's one way to gain position on the field, is just keep throwing it in.
It's like an NFL-style drive here, just handing it to the running back a few yards at a time, ploughing their way up the field, getting that field position into the red zone now.
Got to have the short passing game.
And it's going to be a free kick for City. Smith is just going to absolutely blast this one long.
That's the Hail Mary.
Yeah. Sending that one deep. Will it fall for Jared Linger out the back? Was Humphrey who skews that one with a massive slice, and thought it goes for a corner, but had to get there first. I think it was threatening.
Yeah, didn't deal with it very well in the back, and could have been dangerous if Humphrey wasn't there. Another corner though.
Again into double figures now, I think the corners. This one looked into the middle of the box, but there was the Batman to head it away. All the number of corners they have, they don't look particularly threatening on the majority of them. They're normally a very good set piece team, Launceston City. Mees under pressure from McCarriger, and yet another corner.
Yeah, just giving them more and more opportunities to prove that they can be dangerous on set pieces. But you're right, I think so far haven't looked all that dangerous, to be fair.
All that change now. It's going to be O taking this one. He sends it in. Millington's there. He gets there before the keeper.
That's a bit dangerous.
Spilled away. Back to O again. Drives that one in. Matreski flicked on. Hammered back in there by O. It was a tough one for Matreski. Wide of the mark it goes.
Tough one to get on target, but that's better from City. Got it into the mixer. Tough one for Jared to judge and come out for, and got a clear opportunity on it, really.
One of the more threatening set pieces they've had today. Able to profit from it again, so still into Riverside holding sway, 2 goals to 1. That one just hits the wind and doesn't go much further. Turning off as DeGetto. Campbell. No one up there for Riverside. Oh, in the end, it's sloppy. Straight out of play. Wademan the target. Millington wearing him tightly. Matreski skips away from Spanos and then swings it down the line. McCarriger intercepting, but straight to Jared Linger. Defence not quite dealing with it. It spills for Noah Mees. He's got 2 to beat here, Mees. He looks to take him on, then just dinks one in towards Hancock's, who couldn't direct his header. It was a good chance.
It was a quality cross. The header was well timed, just a tad bit off target, but if City keeps getting chances like that, I think they equalize this 2-2 at least.
12 minutes left to play. There's a good chance there. Really well done by Noah Mees. He had 2 men marking him and still bought the space to send in a perfect cross. It's 18 shots to 6 now, the tally. 2 goals to 1. The only stat that really truly matters. Linger away from him by Vigilante. Steered out of there. Gould.
Little shirt pulled by Chris Wayman.
Trying to fool him now. Vigilante cuffed it up to O. Hancock's. And Lindsay Millington. Wood ball. Campbell won the throw in expertly. Tony just perhaps telling him to settle it down, eat up the seconds. Approaching kitchen sink time here for City.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a lull in the game, but City wouldn't be happy with that. And they need to attack quickly once they get the ball.
A little more intensity, though. Here's a chance at the other end for Riverside to kill the game off. It was Wademan threatening to get him behind, but Owen Millington will see it away from him, although his clearance charged down. And another goal kick here as we enter the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Will be Riverside claiming the bragging rights in Launceston this year. 2-1 victory away at Buckby Land Rover Park before City won the second derby at this venue, 2-1 as well. And a very familiar scoreline today. Smith long.
Great kick by Smith.
Really gave Mees a good play on it, didn't he? He's been heavily involved in everything again, Noah Mees today. That throw just holding up. Campbell tries to go past. Tresky couldn't do so. The throw, a good one to Jared Linger's advantage. Just lost control of it though, and Vigilante breaks the play up. Gould chipping it forward. Mees chesting it down for Linger, took it in stride. Starting to combine there, Mees and Linger.
I think there's been more throw-ins than passes this past 5-10 minutes.
It's pretty scrappy stuff for the time being, but it's City threatening to draw level. Riverside holding on. That one staying, no, it's going to roll away. Down to us. Gould wants to take it quickly. Raise the tempo a bit. Noel Mees just cutting through about 6 orange shirts and then a rather cynical trip there. That'll be a slice of cheese for Aaron Campbell as he brought Matreski tumbling.
Yeah, never good to go from behind like that, and Luca's not very happy. He can see his frustration with giving away a set piece at that area. Has to be Mees, doesn't it?
I thought it would favour the left foot of Mees from here. Matreski looks like he's keen to take it, but I thought this has Noel Mees' name all over it. Big moment in the game here, 83rd minute of the match. Riverside holding sway, 2-1. Free kick in a good position here. Will it be Matreski or Mees? Crowd hold their breath as
is there a substitution?
there is a substitution. Just come on. I think Fergus Aitken's just been introduced and he's come on for Thorne. So it will be Mees who drives it straight into the wall. Matreski on the follow-up. Lasers well wide. And the danger passes. They're not far away here. Away from the big win, Riverside. 7 minutes left. They're grimly holding on here at the moment. It's not pretty, but good enough so far. Hill throwing this one out wide. Cowart couldn't keep it in. Oh.
Now City's gaining the grounds, going for the first downs.
Yeah, just moving the chains. Oh. Good throw in, good distance on that, but well away by McCarriger. Wademan, good hold up work, and then
great
spreads
touches
it wide.
by. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Honestly, I think he was offsides, but doesn't matter.
Well, here's a chance for Gigetto. Again, McCarriger strong in the air. Getting it away. I think everyone involved in that wanted a free kick some way, and in the end, one's been plucked for Riverside. So both players just kind of going down and appealing for it. Going Riverside's way. Time starting to become an enemy of Launceston City here.
It's Mitch Jones limping a bit. Not sure if it's very serious, but limps back on.
Little stinger perhaps. Chested on by Hancock's. Repelled by Humphrey. Gould pulls it down. Jetto combining with Linger. Getting anywhere in the end. Matreski gets back on it. There's a big coming together.
Chris is always running his mouth saying something. Oh, he loves it. He loves it.
Not shy of a word, is he?
No, never. Never. I won't tell him that I think he kind of went down easy there.
Well, they got the free kick in the end. So he'll tell you it was well worth it if that was the case. Humphrey, chipping it for Cohort. Play again by Reece Gould. Sends it right into the pitch as far as Riverside are concerned, and they're going to make another substitution here. Looks like Aaron Campbell coming off.
The Spaniard coming on.
Sons?
Yep, Neil.
So Neil Sons looked the most Spanish of the names on the substitutes bench there. What can you tell me about the Spaniard?
He just came for uni and was looking for a soccer club, and we said, yeah, come on through. And he's a good player.
Well, here's his first chance on the ball now. He rolls it down the line for Wademan. The Europeans combining there.
I believe he played a full game in championship as well, so he'll already have 90 minutes under his belt.
Just asking for a final 5 or 6 minutes from here to help see the result out. Humphrey takes the throw. Just heads to the corner flag. Although pretty well done in the end to see it out. Undone by a poor pass. Oh, clever little back heel that. They're building up. It's Wademan. It's a great save, Smith. Centering ball. And he's hit the post, has he? How has that stayed out?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, if they don't hold on, they will rue that moment. A glorious opportunity to ice the contest. Turned down and, well, after a good initial save from Smith, that second one just had to be buried. How it stayed out in the end. Riverside passing up the chance to seal the 3 points.
Quality save by Smith. It's good to see him get some NPL action. I know he was at Rangers last year and backing up for Sam Watman, and I know this year backing up a bit as well. But always rated him top-class keeper, so good to see him make some big saves at the big stage.
So two just running into each other. That's great stuff from Hill there, just taking up every possible second until Linger ran into him. Not waiting for the last possible moment to pick it up. He swings it long.
He probably gave Chris, our goalkeeper coach, a bit of a heart attack, but
what he is doing is this one towards the Spaniard. Sands just slows it down, then drifts inside. He's a couple of nice involvements since coming on. He threaded that one through looking for Wademan. Smith comes out and he'll collect it. If the ball goes out here at some stage, we can get a look at the replay of the save and the missed chance at the other end. Hancock's on the ball, rolls it down the line for Charlie Dyer. He's got a little bit of room to send in across here. Dyer stooping to clear away with Sykes. Gould under pressure from Sands. No, goes back to his keeper, but we're inside the final 60 seconds of regulation. It's Riverside. A goal to the good. City running out of time here. Taken quickly by Gould. One just pitched in, then actually Wynn takes it over the line. throw in, leaning back was Linger. Doesn't get the decision he was after. Tony Pert felt he was looking for it.
He might have been looking for it, but he had two hands on him. I don't know about that one.
I tend to agree. You're a Riverside man, so if you're saying it's a free kick, probably was. Here's Millington. Thinking back to Millington. It's up the wrong end of the pitch as far as City's concerned, and that's a sloppy touch. It's going to let in Humphrey. Now lead. Some more seconds off the clock here. Humphrey eventually takes it past Hancock's. Nice play from Humphrey, although undone a little by the pass. Oh, pretty late challenge there from Wademan. That'll get him a dose of dairy.
He's in the book. He's in the book.
Slice of cheese there for quite a late challenge there from Chrissy Wademan.
Oh, man. I think you got a whole block of cheddar on that one.
That was right late. And one final set piece opportunity. Looks like City are going to make another substitution here. Matthew O coming off. I think Joe Dorazio's just entered the field of play, so see if he can inspire something late. Millington is going to charge forward as a bit of an auxiliary centre forward here. Swings it long. Last chance saloon time. Oh, pitched awkwardly in front of Hill and just kind of pushed it up in the air.
It's always dangerous when the ball lands in the box, but my goodness, that was not good. Not good.
In the end, dealt with by Hill. Kept it out, which is all that really matters. 51 minutes have ticked by. Wademan giving chase here.
Sons wants it. Don't know if he's going to get it.
Wademan's got one thought on his mind, and that's corner flag. That's exactly what he does. He flicked it back for Gilmore. Gilmore centers it. Spanos. Spanos still going. And drove it well wide of the mark.
Wademan goes to the corner flag. Spanos goes to the corner pole.
So look at that awkward one for Hill to deal with. Never easy when they pitch just in front of you, especially on a surface at this time of year. Some of those penalty areas in the greatest state as this one's over the top for DeGetto. Hill able to prevent the corner. So
is that number 12?
I think so, yes. And everyone is going to charge forward here for Launceston City. Gould will stay back to Mark Wademan. They take it short. To the top of the box looking for Dorazio. Laid back for Matreski. Didn't get much of it. Millington turns it home!
Is it offsides?
Is the flag raised? It is. It is.
Oh, man. Raise the controversy.
We can't see the visual from our commentary spot, but the flag had been raised, denying City a dramatic late equaliser. We have a look here. Did he get a touch on that ball, the Riverside player, is the key question, because he was definitely in an offside position. It's just whether the Riverside player got a touch on it. Anyway, it has been flagged off at Riverside.
Tony knows he's got to flag that one for the referee's course and see see what his verdict is after the game.
Why, the skin of their teeth have held on.
Man.
Wow, controversy perhaps at the end. Centering ball, headed away.
Oh, might not matter. No.
Another corner coming up. Another chance, and Will Smith's just pushing up the field here. Well, he's looked at the bench for permission, I think, to get up there, but I think he's longingly looking at the bench. Give him the nod, Leno.
No, I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to look at Leno. I think he wants to just go up there. He doesn't even want the permission.
He's on halfway. Linger swings in the corner to the back post. Surely handball. Hancock's belts it away. And there's full time. The whistle rings out. Relief for Riverside. They hold on and claim the derby. 2-1.
What an interesting way to end the game. I'll tell you what. Some people are not going to be happy. Some people are going to be ecstatic. It's going to be great.
So it ends 2-1, just as the first two derbies of the season did. And again, it is Riverside taking it out. They take a 2-1 split of the games, and they take a 2-1 victory here today. It was A strange old game at times, starting with a tackle goal from the Carriger. They don't get much stranger than that one. That really set the tone for the rest of the match, I feel.
Yeah, and then he becomes the best centre back of the game after that.
Yeah, it was a good defensive performance. A bit of a slip there was pounced upon by Noah Mees, and a wonderful solo goal this, just taking on Ola into the outside and a clinical finish there.
That's just class. Just class.
Really, the first half, pretty dominant from Launceston City. They probably should have been ahead at the half. They didn't take a number of chances they had. It left the door ajar for a second half turnaround, and eventually they got it. Chris Wademan early on thumping it home. Boy, did he love it. And that would be the decisive moment in this game. Despite a number of pretty good chances, this was the big moment. Great save, Smith, and then blocked by Millington in the end. I wasn't sure if it was Post or Millington, but Millington with the save there. As we have a look at the contentious moment at the end here. Millington thought he claimed a late equaliser, but the flag went up and it remained 2-1 Riverside. A dramatic derby and a wonderfully entertaining one. Been a pleasure bringing it to you. Thanks for joining me on the call there today, Togi.
Nah, thank you. It's been a joy.
And for us here at Slice of Cheese at Windsor Park, it's a Riverside Olympic 2, Launceston City 1.